Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Big Zeke. This is the Attik. Once again, your boys in Chicago, man. It's going down. Came down with the homies. I'm with the homie Jordan Arnell, and the homie Eric Jordan. Came down to holla at the homie El Deshaun Nix. Some of you might know him as Shank. Thanks for the hospitality, man, and bringing us out here. It's been a great trip, but what we trying to put together, man, we got something big in the near future for the city of Sandusky, man. We trying to collab and come together as a collective and get something popping. I'm really appreciative of these young men. I'm calling these niggas young men like I'm just the OG. But I'm really appreciative of them coming on the show and giving me the ability to record down here in Chicago, man. I've been having a great time. Seems like we've been doing so much, but we ain't really been doing nothing but cooling it, kicking it back. We having a little event tonight, and we recorded a show before the event. I just want to introduce you guys to El Deshaun Nix, also known as Shank. Sandusky graduate, athlete, student athlete. I remember when I was in probably not even junior high, elementary school, and I used to go to church. I was just telling him about this last night, and I never knew him. I didn't grow up with him or anything like that. This is honestly my first time actually meeting him for real. But I always knew of him and his success. But when I used to go to church, they had his article when he first signed in Northwestern. They had it up at Agape Love Ministries, and I'm like, man, who is this guy? Like, because there weren't that many people, coming out of high school, going to college, getting full ride scholarships and stuff like that. So, I always looked up to people like that were doing stuff like that, especially playing sports. He played football in high school, played a little bit of basketball. You went to school with Orlando Pace, didn't you?
No, he
was a little bit older than you?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, very talented, man, and it's a pleasure to be able to sit down with you and have this conversation. So if you could give us a little insight on, your background in Sandusky and how you made it to where you're at now, and the things you went through and what you think about our city. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the Attik.
To the Attik.
To the Attik.
I'm glad to be a part of the Attik, and even before I get into that, I just want to welcome you guys to Chicago. Hopefully, you guys been enjoying yourself.
Hell yeah, it's been great. It's been great.
One of the best hosts around. But yeah, definitely have you guys out.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody who knows me, I'm always talking about Sandusky, Ohio. Born and raised there. Grew up Hancock and Reese. And, just like most people in Sandusky, didn't grow up with too much of anything. So I know as a kid, maybe 3rd, 4th grade, I used to always go to the high school basketball and football games. And the guys who was out there, Terrell Green, Deshae Jones, just all those guys, Tryon Lofton, like in my eyes, they were superstars. So my thought was to escape my neighborhood, I had to be an athlete. That's gonna, give me an opportunity to kind of escape the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward a year or so later, some of the same people I idolized, looked up to, the path they were taking at the time was kind of going down a negative path. So my thought process was, I had to make a quick change. It wasn't sports that was gonna get me out or put me in a position to be successful. My thought was it had to be academics. So like maybe 5th grade at Monroe School, I kind of started this reading program. So I was set up a program where students 1st, 2nd grade with just like a book program. Read a book, first 1 to 100 books or something like that. And the whole thought was trying to pitch and promote education and academics to be successful. So, my path to where I'm at now just kind of started from there. I've always wanted to help people and always wanted to do stuff for others and bring people together. Continue to play sports throughout middle school, high school. Was blessed to be able to have the opportunity to earn a scholarship. I took a scholarship to Northwestern to play football, and my whole goal and thought was to make it to the NFL, the NBA, to use that platform to speak out and speak up for communities like the ones I grew up in. But had a severely torn meniscus, had a transplant, couldn't play sports anymore, and I kind of joke to this day I probably had the shortest college football career. But everybody has to have a backup plan. Anybody who plays sports know that injuries come with that. So
Did you play any games?
And that's why I said I had the shortest. I literally came up here. I had a scope April of my senior year of high school. Knee was pretty messed up. I came up here a week after high school graduation to get ready for the season because I was projected as a starter.
Right.
But I couldn't do it.
Right.
Maybe a week and a half into camp. All of my teammates that was in my dorm for 2 days, they would say, "Man, look, you got to get your knee checked out." What I used to do is it's 100 degrees out there. I used to wear my socks really high, pull my knee pads down, so the coaches wouldn't nobody see what was wrong with my knee. But it would swell real bad, and my teammates was like, "Look, man, we freshmen, we incoming freshmen. There's no way, not even the NFL, man. You're gonna do permanent damage to your knee." So maybe, like I said, a week and a half in, my 2 sweet mates was like, "Look, man, if you don't tell coach or the trainers tomorrow, we're gonna tell." So next day, before practice, I just told my coach I think something really wrong with my knee. Got sent to Cleveland Clinic to get it checked out. Come to find out, I had a severely torn meniscus and been going bone on bone for a whole year.
Wow.
I had a meniscal transplant, rehab for like 2 years. I just could never come back. But my thought process was, sports is just one thing, man. I honestly think I've probably done more without being in NFL and NBA in the path that I'm in right now. So that's kind of, where I started at and where I'm at right now is what I always want to do is to give back to others. So my career, I've been working in the nonprofit sector since I graduated.
Okay.
Residential facilities. I've worked, director of social services. Right now, I'm the program director of organization. Again, helping young adults. So literally from birth all the way up through high school, getting them connected to resources. We got programs 6 days a week. That's kind of what I do. So that's my full-time job. But anybody who also knows me know I do a ton in Sandusky. Always trying to come up with events and ideas. And not just me. I'm getting people haven't noticed. What I've been trying to do is connect other people.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
I've been
seeing a lot of that. It is. But so I remember you were saying how you started a reading program in school and stuff. Were you always on your books? Were you always on top of it?
Most definitely, man. Like I love school, and I literally, when I got to North, for one, I just love school.
Right, that's crazy because a lot of people don't love school, bro. A lot of people
love it for
don't
a couple
love
reasons.
School.
I'm really competitive.
Yeah.
So I literally, when I was at Northwestern, when I couldn't play football anymore, academics became my sport. I'm at one of the most prestigious universities in the country, and these are some of the people who come from better neighborhoods than mine, definitely have more money than me, and probably come from, have a whole bunch of resources I don't have. So I used to look at it as, okay, I can't play sports anymore, but I can outwork you in the classroom.
Right.
So that's literally became my sport.
That mentality, that's like a rare mentality, man, because I know, growing up playing sports, that's your dream. Yeah. When you play sports, man, especially you've been playing all your whole life, that's a dream. Most people that play a sport, they want to be a professional. And then if you could get the chance to go play Division I, you know what I'm saying, and have that all taken away, I honestly don't know a lot of, you have to be pretty strong to be able to recover from that and still keep in stride. But like you said, you love school. A lot of people just don't love school like that. Like I hated it.
Well, I definitely want to make that clear. Like, it was tough to get over it. And I can honestly say, 15, 17 years later, I can honestly say I'm still not 100% over it.
Right.
Just the fact that I worked so hard to get to that point, and I get to the point where Big Ten, national spotlight, and not being able to do it anymore. And I look at it a couple reasons. The fact that I love the sport, I didn't get to play. But the fact that I know if I had that platform, those financial resources, all the things I could have done for my city. So I know it's not my fault. I ain't doing anything wrong. It's just that was just the way that the cars fell. But I kind of feel bad at the fact that I didn't get the opportunity to do what I wanted to do for Sandusky.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that kind of sucks.
That's kind of how I kind of feel like if I would have made it, I could give back even more.
Yep.
Yeah. But now, I didn't make it to the NFL. I didn't make it professionally. But we're still doing as much we can for the community, if not more now.
Yeah, it's even that's what I'm saying. It's even more when you're coming from a place. Because people that make it successful and are professional athletes.